which is the polling unit result that you're supposed to put out at the polling unit. So one of the presiding officers snapped it and uploaded. And then there is the EC25E, only one was uploaded. Now, the 180 words given to us by INEC, 363 PUs were not given. Of the 4156, 164 were excluded. 10 PUs recorded as cancelled, according to INEC. 153 PUs were not accounted for. That is to say, there were no results. And 1 PU was an eligible result. So we had 4156 polling units from INEC, but we ended up with 3,992 that were valid polling units.
So problem was that INEC didn't have all the results.
363 polling units are missing until today.
And INEC,
we wrote to the Edo State, wrote to the National, and after that we wrote to the 3 parties asking them, did you get this result? But those results were on the IREV. So, but they were not given to us on the EC8B. So we didn't see the breakdown of what was recorded on the word collation from the polling units.
So what you got now is the EC8 8 results, the BVAS result, and you are able to extrapolate and make sense of it. Yeah, based on what you have.
Yes. So those are the 11 wards not given by INEC, 11 wards in Esako West, 284 polling units, and 1 ward from Ipoboka, which
so
is
people should
77
understand the implication of when we say ward. It means that it's almost like a village or hamlet in some places. In fact, in some places, it's almost a town.
It's a political unit.
Yeah.
It's created by, they have 192 in Edo State. So there are 192 wards, which constitute a local government. So the polling units are the base where everybody votes. Then there is a ward. Then it is called the residential area in the INEC lingo.
So the idea right here is these 284, because some people might be wondering, 11 wards and you have 284 polling units. The polling unit is where you go to vote. That place where you have the cubicle and all of that, that is a polling unit. And so you have all of these 284 in the 11 wards.
In
so
Esako West.
In
and
Esako
then
West.
77 in 1 ward from Ipoboka.
Yeah. Now, so if you look at this, you said they gave EC8 4G.
40G is the result, that is the form that shows cancelled elections where elections did not hold. So INEC only gave us 6 polling units in the EC40G, but there were more polling units that were cancelled.
So 3 polling units in Akoko Edo
and 3 polling units in Ipoboka. Yes.
So that's what you have. Now, let's move forward.
Now, this is where the problem starts, and this is a serious problem. In the EC8A forms we downloaded from IREV, we accounted for 580,000 accredited voters. Mark that word, 580,000. When INEC gave us the BVAS report that we requested for, we saw 687,427 as the number of accredited voters. Now, if you go to the EC8B, the 180 they gave us, the number of accredited voters there was 541. 541,283. So 323 were missing from this, but they had 541. So if you probably sum it up, it will give you something around 580. Now, in the EC8D, the one the returning officer announced to the world as the result of the election, they had 604 accredited voters. Now, they had 577 used ballot papers. That is not in contention. 577,000 ballot papers were used. But INEC said that the people who saw the voters, the people who accredited, the people who counted the votes and recorded came with 580,000 accredited voters. But the INEC back end gave us 687. When we reviewed it, we saw that there were 794 polling units where INEC had randomly increased the number of votes. Some as much as 1,400 increased the number of votes in those polling units to get to 687. Our suspicion is that the last election, we used the BVAS as the gold standard to check for inconsistency, and you could see the inconsistency. But in this election, by this singular act of INEC, we are not able to now say what went wrong with the election, because the number of accredited voters are 100,000 more than the number of accredited voters that was accounted for at the polling unit.
That is the abracadabra. Nigeria election where APC, Egbekegbe, is interested. It is not the number of people that are voting that matters. It is the people that are going to record the votes. The votes. If you like, all of them should come out and say 1 million people accredited. By the time INEC will announce it, they will announce 1.3 million. If you don't agree, go to court. So it has been proven again and again that you are not contesting elections with APC, Egbekegbe. Wherever APC, Egbekegbe, wherever they have interest, you are contesting that election with INEC. And if you don't agree, go to court. It's as simple as that. That is why if you participate in their charade, what you are doing is that you are validating it. You can no longer come around and say you are rigged. Wherever they increase the number of accredited voters and the number of total votes, it is always in the favor of APC, Egbekegbe. It is never the other way around. So accredited voters are the people that showed up on the day of election with their voters card, and they take their pictures, their fingerprints, check their voters card, and they give them ballot papers. Those are the accredited voters. So when they collected all the numbers in Edo, it was 577,000. By the time INEC was announcing results, accredited voters jumped from 577,000, to 680,000, which is over 100,000 more. And that's exactly what they added to the Monday Pebolu, what is his name? That made him the governor of Edo State today. If you don't agree with that, bye-bye, go to court. So it is not about you coming together, opposition, this and that. That would remove Etifnumbu? No. It is by dismantling the entire rotten system, compromised institutions, and you can do it. Even though some of you probably will wait till that 2027, get rigged out, and then you go to court. Like they are in Edo now, they are going to court. By the time they announce the results, those who voted for PDP, the result that PDP recorded as their own result, 210,000 or something, INEC confirmed that. The what they recorded for Okpebolo, 190-something thousand, when they added the over 100,000 to it, Okpebolo scored nearly 300,000 or so. And if you don't agree with that, go to court. Why would anybody kind of waste their time, resources in participating in all this charade? It's a waste of resources and waste of their lives. Roses and Charles, thank you very much for that super chat as well. Thank you. You far too kind. People are feeling generous tonight, which is great. So thanks so much. Appreciate that. Pastor Ruga was saying 2 days ago, Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Agbowori Babaoja, the special advisor to Bokwari on burial arrangements, condolences visits, as well as a trader money, the market money. Pastor Ruga, now is on the pulpit, not pulpit per se, right? It was somewhere, and is advising the youth that the youth can use social media to mobilize, to organize, including protests and all that, but the youth needed to get involved in politics. Right? In which of them? APC. Listen to Pastor Ruga. I mean, it's been a while.
I'll ask a few rhetorical questions. What is the point of political action? What is the point? What is the role of the elite in political action? Who is the elite? Why is the elite particularly important in political action, especially in developing countries? And then why does technology which otherwise would be a mere tool, why is it important in our discussions on political action? I'll answer that last question immediately. Why technology is so important in the discourse on political action? It is because technology is both a tool and a radical expression of a crucial right, the fundamental right to freedom of expression. And there are many who say that that particular right, the right to freedom of expression, is the foundation of all other rights. Of course, that's another argument. The next question I ask is, who is the elite? Who is
Nuisance Lele. Nuisance Lele.
Now, the guy that spent 1.2 trillion naira sharing money, 10,000 naira to traders, he was the one who said, if a pure water seller is given 10,000 naira to buy pure water, and she sells the pure water, she will make 5,000 naira profit. Now she can go and buy 15,000 naira pure water to sell in traffic. Then she will make 22,000 naira, 7,500 naira profit. And if she managed the money very well, within a month, a pure water seller, through the trader money, can grow her business from 10,000 naira to more than 100,000 naira. And the Ronukus, the Buaridins, the Buarididins, the Buari Denotus, the Buari Dijatus, the Buari Shukus, the Ungozi Aris, the Uneka Aris, the obedient fools, the sophisticated morons, the humbled slaves, the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbu Alimanjiris, the Abrodian Buari idiots, the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, they agreed with Pastor Ruga. And 1.2 trillion naira went down the drain. The Olori Bruku Ruga even crashed in Kogi. Baba shopper Obeni crashed in Kogi. Baba no go hospital. It be like person will do money ritual. You must spend the money. You cannot go back home with the money. How many of you remember that time? Pastor Ruga wanted to go and share money in Kogi. The shopper crashed. They said, Pastor Ruga to crash you. Pastor Ruga to crash you. Instead of him to go to hospital, he no go hospital. He continued to that location to make sure they shared the money. They had to share the money. It be like person will do money ritual. When they talk, say, you must spend the money new. If you don't finish the money a day, that thing will happen. Oh. How many of you remember that? I think there are movies where they say you must share the money. You must spend the money before 12 a.m. Because the spirit that is bringing the money, it must not meet another money, any leftover in your house. That's exactly what it felt like when Pastor Ruga crashed in Kogi. He still went on to share money. 10,000 naira, 5,000 naira. And they said they were lifting people out of poverty. To lift 10 million people out of poverty. They were sharing 10,000 naira to start business. I bet you back, Benny. You don't forget? No, come on, you can't forget that. Some of us were already crying. Because I have not really seen many people that crashed and survived. But Pastor Ruga crashed because the money was too heavy ahead. And they put her inside chopper from Abuja to Kogi. Me chopper Luba crashed in Kogi. We thought he's dead. And when they uploaded another picture, he was already sharing money again. Professor of law, you are sharing money in the year of election, and you called it empowerment, lifting people out of poverty. Today, that same Pastor Ruga is now talking about technology, technology and all of the elite. They are late of, they are late. Some people are even saying he should have been the president if he's the one that is a president, as if to say he was not the one with Bokuwari. This same Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, they destroyed that contraption. They did. They said that Bokuwari will be fighting the terrorists physically. Pastor Ruga will be fighting the terrorists spiritually. By the time they are done, they built an establishment, an industry for terrorism in Nigeria. They industrialized terrorism in Nigeria. You don't know that. We never used to have the Fulani terrorists in that contraption. They never get the audacity to wield guns and begin to ask for our land or our life in that country. They never did that until these criminals walked the surface of that contraption called Nigeria. Today is a motivational speaker, Mr. Motivational Speaker, Pastor Ruga. Anyway, my time is almost up, but I'm not going to round it up without showing this from Lagos. I told you that some of these criminal politicians, sometimes they can multitask. Tokunbo Wahab is known for showing us around Lagos during the day, the shanties and all of that. But recently, he has now taken up the job of NDLEA, looking for the drug dealers, the drug sellers, and the drug users. And in the middle of the night, they are demolishing their shanties and the hotspots across Lagos. Here is one of them. It's how dark everywhere was, right? That is our mega city, Lagos. Saaki Olafioye. Thank you very much as well for your super chats. I appreciate that, and then thank you for, you're far too kind. The scope of our understanding is directly proportional to the limit of our exposure, no doubt. Unfortunately, we have those of us who left the contraption, but the contraption never left us. Unfortunately, sir. There are those who live abroad, and they were supposed to actually reflect that they live in a sane, or they live in sane societies. But rather, they are much in bed with those who are ruining and destroying the contraption. Like, it's fine when it is not. So we'll keep outing them, and we'll keep saying it as it is. It is not to make anybody feel comfortable. I have said this many times on Mayegun's Diary Political, right? I am grateful to all the Mayegun's supporters, put it that way, or Mayegun's listeners. Dear Templars, my brethren in the Temple of Truth, I so much appreciate your kind words, your support, your generosity, and name it. I will always remind you that you do not owe me any of such. Like, if you love Mayegun, it has to be an unconditional one. Unconditional in the sense that I may say things that will make you feel like, oh, I love this guy. Oh, I appreciate what this guy is doing and all that. And then you may wake up tomorrow morning and I'm here with another title, something that will likely make you so uncomfortable. Uncomfortable truth. That you can easily just withdraw that I love this guy to hate this guy. This guy is too proud. Or he thinks he knows everything. There's nothing people haven't really said about me whenever they feel like I have attacked what they seem to love or cherish. On Mayegun's diary, Political, the song says, Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun diary, na him be number one. I do not worship humans, and I don't want you to, and I don't want you to worship me. Do you understand? Do not worship any human. Treat and deal with people based on their merits. When people show you who they are, believe them. Okay? Do not make up things for them. All right? None of us is infallible, or so to say. So, but whenever you are on Mayegun's diary Political, try as much as possible never to put yourself in the defense of those who are responsible for our misery. Don't speak for them. Don't fight for them. Don't argue for them. Don't excuse for them. And we are all going to be fine. Anything after this is just like conditional love. So I do appreciate everyone who loves Mayegun unconditionally. Let's keep it that way. And then, yeah, this guy will be our limit, or starting point, rather. Thank you so much, everyone. I am going to go on a short break now. So when I come back, we shall take calls. If you have any sort of disagreement to what I have shared so far, this might be your shot to express that. And if you really have to go, make sure that you like the broadcast as well. It's important. So when I come back, we'll continue. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear brethren. I just read where people said that they want to buy me coffee. Yeah, you can also support my platform, right? If you don't know how to do the super chat, okay? So my friends on YouTube asking for the link to buy me coffee, buy me a cup, buy me 2 cups, and then whatever you think you can. Buy, support Mayegun. But let me show you. There is this QR code, right? I'll put it on the screen for you. 1 sec. So what you have to do is that bring out your phone, okay? Then turn on the camera of your phone. So the camera of your phone, right? Then scan this. You will see a link. A link is going to pop up, right? Yeah, that QR code. Scan it. If you scan it, You can buy me as many as a cup of coffee you want. 100 cup, 500 cup, or just 1 cup of coffee. All right. So with that, you can actually support, Mayegun's Diary Politico. I'll leave it on for just a few seconds, okay, or maybe a few minutes. I have a caller, Victor. Hello there.
Hello, my brother Mayegun.
Hello, sir. How are you?
How is the family? Hope everybody is fine out there.
We are here surviving. Thanks so much for asking. And how are you?
Oh, thank God, bro. Thank God.
Fantastic.
Oh, man. Today's topic is under hot one, my brother.
It has to be.